Good evening, everyone. My post to this week's discussion board about trends in online learning is as follows. One of the significant trends I found with online learning is the use of gamers, bringing their skill set to the online learning environment or e-learning. Studies have shown that students are able to obtain and grasp information better through discovery. And so many e-learning providers are using video game technology to develop fun and engaging ways to help the students learn. I know for my job in particular, the military uses computer-based training all the time. And what they've done is try to make it more interactive so that at the very end, there's like a quiz or a test that has like a pop-up feature that's animated to kind of enlighten you in terms of the information that you've just absorbed and to ensure that you've grasped it. So, video game technology is not only present in academics but also in the workforce. And so, this pretty much enables learning to occur with all kinds of electronic mechanisms, but mainly games. Like I said, I mentioned quizzes, but a lot of e-learning providers offer things like Jeopardy to test the student's knowledge, treasure hunts. You can use there's a 3D mechanism that I was reading about that allows the students to build things electronically within a game on the computer. So I know that my son in particular uses a game called Minecraft that allows him to like build his own world, and then he has to come up with different types of materials to use to construct things. So there are tons of games out there that stimulate learning, and this is not that new to the online learning environment, but the fact that institutions are now allowing gamers to come and I guess take a look at instructional design and incorporate games into the curriculum is definitely a trend. And if it will help to reduce time as far as the time to grasp and learn new skills, and also boost interest in learning, then the trend should definitely be considered important. It's also relevant because it's a part of our everyday way of life. I mean, students, young and old, of this generation at some point have been introduced to learning with games. Like I said, the government is using it. Corporate companies are using it to train their personnel. So why not the academic world? And therefore, the education department should probably consider learning with games as a viable learning method and try to facilitate implementation at all levels to move forward academically. Another great trend that surfaced online is it was termed turnkey e-learning, and this practice enables academic institutions to lease or purchase open source e-learning platforms. So essentially, you would go to an application service provider and see which programs they have available, and you can take it back to your institution, your school, and kind of have an option to quickly start interaction or use of technology in your curriculum. I think it's beneficial because the client or the customer, whomever is trying to utilize this software, saves on expenses and also on wait time with trying to implement such a huge undertaking or new development academically. So they can share in the latest technology, they can share in the latest research and development, utilize other online tools like library databases and things like that to obtain information. And again, it cuts down on the expenses. So companies like IBM e-learning systems, Knowledge Anywhere, Corporate Solutions are offering this great option to the online learning environment. And like I said, it's important, but it's important for the main reason it's important is because of money. Anytime you can make an effort to save money, manpower, and time is going to be beneficial to a school because they're working within a time frame as far as the academic school year. So to give a school an opportunity to look forward and say, this school year, I have a great option to incorporate technology into our curriculum, especially being so that we have minimal financial support and we don't have access to all the other resources that other schools may have. It's a great option and they're able to sustain it. So I think that's why this trend is important.